Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. Ostap. How do I say your name?
Ostap.
Ostap.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. How are you?
Great.
Is it going in a single shot or you then?
We're just going to record. We're just going to record for an hour.
All right. Well,
this is amazing. Where are we? What is this?
well, this is
Who are you? This is amazing. This is you. Hi. Oh, this is perfect.
Creations and it has nice sound.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah. So first of all, how would your mother say your name or your father say your name? Ostap. And your last name?
Ostap with an emphasis on the last.
Okay. So.
Yeah. So Ostap.
Ostap.
And actually, that is a traditional Ukrainian name from Cossack times.
Okay.
Which is those warriors.
Right.
Some people know about them, some people don't, but those were like great times, I would say, where when Ukrainian culture, like a big part of it was really formed, you know, and what forged us into being who we are.
Yeah.
And the whole world right now can see that.
Right. So what does Ostap mean? Does it have a meaning?
Well, really, I read about it when I was a child, out of curiosity, but I cannot recall that at all. Photography, that means first of all memories, and that is the way we can really, after all these years, just look and remember clearly and exactly how that was on the day in that moment, and that is beautiful, I guess. And the thing that we can capture anything we want in the highest quality these days, and we don't need to carry anything special, just like a pocket-sized little device. It's just incredible. Thanks to the science, we can do that every day and all the time, which is not a great thing sometimes, but after all, like, we still are able to capture all those moments.
Yes, yes, love it. For the people, I'm going to describe where we are because I love going to people's worlds and homes. We are in a really intense place of Hong Kong. So it's super industrial. You never think, so I ride my motorcycle. I finally get here. I'm looking around like, where am I? Is this right? Massive building with the freight elevators and everything. Yeah. Come inside. And your company makes, and so we're surrounded by costumes, and they're new, right? They're new costumes.
Yeah, of course.
Are you a designer?
Well, I can't tell you that I'm a professional designer, but I do design things as I'm making them, and I do design not like costumes, even though I'm working for a costume company, but we are following somebody's designs, and we have designers as well. I'm helping them to execute what their vision is,
right,
to bring it into life, from the paper.
Right.
When things that look like easy, when you draw them, you can draw whatever you want. And in your mind, it's like, doing something that it cannot ever possibly do in a physical world. Mm-hmm. But what we have to achieve and what we have to show is how close that can be to reality. How they can be combined. And what you see on paper, you can then see on stage, and it kind of does exactly what the designer wants. Yeah. Which is very challenging, but it's so amazing to do.
Well, okay, so around us, I guess this is like a storeroom, and there's probably 100 costumes in here, and walking through here, there's the odor of, I guess it's glue, right? Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how we met. I'm looking for people connected to the Ukraine, because I thought this was something I want to learn about and share. And set up on the table, you've put the flag of Ukraine. Okay, so how do we tie this, and I'm pointing to the wall with the flag and the ribbons and the postcards, to the images? I didn't look at the images. I don't look at them. So do your images explain this stuff, or do your images kind of talk more about, like, how do you want to frame the conversation?
Well, my images, I definitely, feel in this time particularly, even like, I would say, like going far, maybe a year or two. Actually, to be precise, going back maybe 5 years ago, that's where I actually went abroad to work.
Okay.
My first time. And growing up in Ukraine in school, we used to think, like kids, whatever, you don't really appreciate, you don't really understand your culture. And we had a lot of stuff that used to be not popular and uncool to do, to say, you know, as kids. And surprisingly, like just thinking back now, I'm seeing that the things that were uncool to do were actually Ukrainian, like more our own cultural things.
Like a root,
yeah, like speaking like pure Ukrainian, like in books, it was uncool.
Right.
But speaking like with some Russian kind of influenced words or some mixes, that was cool.
Right.
And we never understood that somehow. We just never thought of it. And then almost the moment I left Ukraine, and after just maybe even like a few days or a month, it was Turkey, my first country, and working there, and I started to see how actually interesting it is that, well, Turkey is so different, you know, and they have their strong culture, and they feel it, they're proud of being Turkish, and I'm like, well, but we have so much to show to the world as well. But I just never thought of this in this way, even though I was like happy to be Ukrainian. That's what I can tell you, that I was happy to be Ukrainian. But I cannot tell you that I was always proud to be one.
Right.
And after Turkey, it was like not that long. And then I started working in Dubai. And especially after that, I understood exactly how beautiful my country is and my culture, and how rich it is and what we have.
So one of the interesting things that I've said to clients, and that I've said to, you know, that has followed me around, is sometimes you have to, in order to look back, you have to move beyond or forward, right? So in order to appreciate the qualities and the invisible things that are really unique, you have to leave it to look back and say, oh, wait a second. That's, because if you're there, it's just there every day. It's like right now, you work at this insane part of Hong Kong, totally insane, which to you is like normal, because over time it turns normal. But to me is bonkers crazy. What floor are we on? 17th? 17th floor, and it's just nuts, man. It's nuts. I love it. Okay, we're gonna cover all of this stuff. You want to jump into the photo? Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna look at. Okay, so let me just escape, and then is this the first one?
Yeah.
So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.